Hello everyone, welcome today to Cyber Vakeel, an online awareness campaign launched by Cyber Jagrithi Foundation, covering a multitude of themes on cyber crimes and aim to create awareness on various cyber crimes and cyber laws in India. Today, the topic of discussion is online frauds and safety. Because everything in the past 6 months you have seen, everything has shifted online, and various frauds have also started happening online, and how to be safe, everyone is very keen to know about these things. For this, today we are having an amazing speaker with us, Mr. Jagadish Babu sir from ISEA CDAC. He is the project manager at ISEA CDAC. Sir profile has kept his profile so private that if you search on online also, you won't get any kind of data. So, with this, without any delay, I would request Sir to please start his presentation and give a small introduction about his also, Sir.
You have to unmute me. All right. Yeah. See, is my presentation visible, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, good evening, all of you, to all the viewers who joined on online, and we thank you, Rupesh ji, for giving us an opportunity to interact with all of you as part of this Cyber Vakil. And one more thing was also joined this month, October. Every year, October was also celebrated as a National Cyber Security Awareness Month. So both the things were got merged into this session now. So as Rupesh mentioned, like we are going to talk about a few online frauds which are happening through phishing, and some of the financial frauds are also going to discuss as part of this session. And here and there, like we will be covering safety and security measures has to be taken as part of as part of the daily life, right? So we working collaboratively with Cyber Jagrithi, and this is an information security education awareness project. So project, I think most of the people might aware about CDAC. It's Center for Development Advanced Computing, and it was spread across 11 cities across country, and more than 2,500 professionals are working across these centers. And basically, we do research and development on various aspects. And these are some of the thematic areas, like where we cover these thematic areas: high performance computing, grid computing, cloud computing, and all, and multilingual computing, heritage computing. These are some of the areas like CDAC is working into it. And recently, you might have been seeing, like we have a platform called eSanjeevani, that is basically an online teleservices application which is used for health informatics. And recently that is opened to OPD, like daily patients also can register and can take the support during this COVID-19 period. All right, so these are some of the areas like we cover precisely. And we're also into the cyber security and cyber forensics. And 3-4 centers are working closely on these cyber security and cyber forensics area of CDAC centers. And basically, like I came from this project, like Information Security Education Awareness. It is a program by the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India, and implemented by CDAC Hyderabad. The three major objectives of this project are generation of core research manpower. So by the end of this 2020, there is a need of somewhere around 8 lakh cyber security professionals. So that is the NASCOM analysis. So through that, like we were trying to achieve that number, or like at least some number we are trying to produce from this information security education awareness, by offering formal and non-formal courses, faculty training programs, short-term specialized courses for professionals, the people who are already in service. And we offer these BTech level and MTech level information security courses at various colleges. And we also train the government officials, those who are already in service, so that they can able to perform, and quality results they can give during their office. And we're also running this awareness campaign across India. And as part of this national awareness campaign, we develop a lot of things, and I will be showing some of these aspects. So these are the three main objectives as part of our project: generation of core research manpower, training government officials, and awareness campaign, which is wholly run by the CDAC Hyderabad with the support of these 52 institutions. As I told you, bringing this many number of cyber security professionals and working on various areas of cyber security, it is not that easy. So that is only the reason, like we have 52 institutions who are implementing this project across the nation, across the country, and we have IISc Bangalore, IIT Mumbai, Madras, Guwahati. These are all the information security research development centers, and we have resource centers like IIT Roorkee, Kharagpur, NIT Jaipur, Surathkal, and all. And we also have a category 1, category 2, category 3. These are all categorization was happened based on the kind of infrastructure and kind of specialization which they are having. So like that, like 52 institutions are working, and we train government officials across 16 centers are involved into this. And this entire awareness campaign is done by the CDAC Hyderabad with support from all these institutions. So as I told you, like we have a different stakeholders, as we all know, like at least you are all engineering graduates, and like who are doing this ML and LLB kind of thing. At least you will be reading somewhere and you will be knowing something like what were the things which are happening here and there. But the thing is, like there are so many school students, college going students, and the general public and government officers, those who are not well conversant with all these information, cyber safety, security concepts kind of thing. So that is only the reason, like we are trying to reach as much as with the support from various institutions across the country. So this is one of the institution where we have working closely with them. So like we try to reach both ways, direct and indirect. So this is like what are the workshops we were talking about, like these are all the direct interactions. And indirect mode, like we are also having a web portal called infosecawareness.in. Through this portal, like we are having a different set of things, and we are also working closely with the CBSE and NCERT for incorporation of the syllabus, and already some of the chapters were included as part of the syllabus. So these are the this is the way, like where we are trying to reach the maximum citizens. So as I told you, like this is our web portal. You can see the information in multilingual languages. We are categorized entire entire people into the 8 categories, like children, students, women, family, police, teacher, government employee, system network, and all such kind of people. And regularly we publish these tips. And during COVID-19, like we have started developing two tips. One tip is related to COVID, and the other tip is related to the security. So that's how we have prepared some of these tips and kind of thing. And we organize these workshops and all these things in association with a number of agencies across the country. All right, as I told you, like we always congratulate for celebrating this National Cybersecurity Awareness Month, October 2020 every year. So with this, like we can create as much as awareness, like at least like who are attending this session today through live, you should take care of yourself. At the same time, ensure that like who are there as part of our family, you also should create some kind of awareness among like what to do, what not to do in this digital world, in the cyberspace. At least they can safeguard by themselves. At the same time, you can safeguard yourself, your family, community, and it leads to national security. So that is what it is important by the end of the day. So it is good that like we are celebrating, and it is good that like we are interacting on this occasion as part of the cyber Vakeel. And if you look into these, this many number of transactions are happening in any given minute of time. Like you can just see, like there are more than 4.7 million people are viewing our YouTube, and 19 million people are using text messages, and more than 1.3 million people are logged in by using the FB. There are more than 7 lakh plus people are accessing the Netflix. There are so many things. So these are the kind of things which I talked about, only related to the entertainment. We have not talked anything about the financial transactions which are happening kind of thing. So there are, as per the analysis, any given second of time there are more than 22 transactions are happening. I'm just giving this example related to one bank. It is in a nationalized bank in India, and they are covering minimum, in a second, in a given second they are performing more than 22 transactions. So that is the kind of internet usage and internet penetration which has happened across India, and these are the number of transactions which are happening. So we don't know like how the things will come and will enter. We are entering into such kind of cyber frauds or whatever it is. So to secure from all these things, only one thing is like we always say, prevention is better than cure. So like if you take some of the precautions, then you can safeguard yourself, all right, so that nothing will be attracted. If you follow some of the security measures, you can safeguard yourself and your family and the entire community. Okay, if you follow small security tips, it is not that like if you follow those things nothing will happen. And at the same time, don't we also don't want you to make an afraid because of all these things. If you take these 1 2 3 kind of steps, we can aram say safeguard your things. As we told, like cyber security is everyone's responsibility. It is not that like the government is there, police department is there, those people will take care. No, absolutely no. Everyone has to contribute your responsibility to make India as a cyber cyber aware country and cyber free. We can say like it is a free from all kind of frauds. Okay, so that is only the reason like we always say like you are all part of this momentum, and we have to continue this momentum, and it is everyone's responsibility. Cyber security is everyone's responsibility. So please take a oath. Okay, if possible, like we will do that oath by end of the session. And if you look into these cyber threats, there may be many, but I have categorized into individual level, organizational level, national level. All right. So in individual level, if you look into that, like in and out, like we use internet and electronic gadgets and various on various for various purposes. Either it could be official or it could be personal or whatnot. So like these are some of the things, individual level. Like today we are going to talk more on the individual level, and there are something related to the organizational level which organization has to take care. If you are studying in engineering college or law college, and if you are using any of these electronic gadgets, there are some things has to be taken care by the organization to safeguard the organizational privacy, organizational infrastructure and organizational credibility. And at the same time, national level also, people are taking responsibility on various purposes. And nowadays people are saying if there is any if there is any third world war, it is not going to be any physical war. It is going to be on cyber terrorism, right? So we are going to have only cyber terrorism in our future. Like whatever the things you have seen in recent times in 2019 and 2020 also, physical wars are less and these cyber attacks are more and more. Okay, so if I want to attack some other country, I need not to go and attack them physically. I can attack some of the important servers, so that entire thing will fall down. I think in the morning also you might have been seeing something went wrong with the SBI, and those transactions were stopped for some time, right? So that is what it is going to happen. So these are the these are the various threats which we can see it at for national security purposes. And these are the primarily at individual level, at online risks and threats at individual level. Like what are the things we can see? Like you can just see like your family, yourself and your computer. And when you talk about your computer, it may while you are installing something or you are browsing something or you are downloading something and installing something, there are chances that it may infect with the viruses, worms, trojans, spyware kind of thing. Then we have to be very careful, like when we are installing, what are we installing? Are we installing it from a legitimate website kind of thing? And we also take care of yourself when you are doing any online transactions. There are chances that something can happen with while you are doing a transaction or when you are paying something, and if you are logged in some fraudulent website, then there are some chances. Okay, there are online frauds, phishing, odds and all such kind of things. And our children, like our brothers, sisters are there. We don't know like what kind of there are chances that cyber bullies and disturbing content and predators. When we are browsing the internet, it is not that wantedly we are browsing the such kind of disturbing or unwanted content or adultery content. Some of the pop-ups it will come, and it will disturb us. And if you click instead of closing that, and those icons also you won't be seeing, the minimize the minimize, close, and maximize icons also, most of the times we might not be able to see it. Okay, so because of those things, if you click, immediately something will open up, and they will be seeing, like, it is not that they are doing it wantedly, but sometimes it is happens. All right. And these are the some of the things which we can encounter in every day: identity theft, phishing, hoax call, spam kind of thing. Identity theft, like our personal information, like whatever your name, your photographs, or your mobile number, your email ID, like whatever we were doing, that if you are keeping it in a public space without any of the security, there are chances that anything can happen, right? By saying all these things, we don't want to threaten, or we don't want to making afraid of you. But the things which are happening, whatever the things which are happening, only we are bringing it to your notice. It is not that we have created these things. Things are happening, and most of the people are also aware, but some of the people are not aware. For them, like, it is a kind of awareness. And we will be seeing some of the things, like with the social engineering attacks, like phishing, and all such kind of things. And like, what are the messages you are getting on online criminals to trick you into giving them money? They will say, like, you won this UK lottery, you won this Australian lottery, or you won this 8 tickets, or you won this pair of shoes, or you won that lipstick kind of thing, and all such kind of things. In today's cyber world, in today's world, can we get anything free of cost? Can we get anything free of cost? Nothing will. Nothing we will get it. Right? If you want some good good air also, good oxygen based air also, we won't get it free of cost. Unless if you go to some area, like where, like, you are having very good trees kind of thing. So that is the kind of situation where we are in. So don't believe anyone. Like, if someone says, like, you are given at free of cost, nothing will come out, or nothing will come at free of cost. And if at all they are offering something at free of cost, at nominal cost, or discounted price kind of thing, unless it is a legitimate website, there is always a danger involved in it. Okay, and you will be getting spam messages, spam emails kind of thing. Unless and until you remove these spam messages and spam emails regularly from your folders, there is always a danger involved in it. All right, there are some things, like, you will be getting the links, like, where that, like, it is a spam mail, so you have not clicked it, you're not deleted, you're not opened the message also. And after some time, if the script is written, automatic trigger after 72 hours, 48 hours kind of thing. And if you are not removed that, it can happen. It can happen by its own. It can execute by its own. So that kind of dangers are involved into the cyber world. In the cyber world, so we have to be very, very, very cautious and very, very careful. Okay, so these are some of the aspects where someone has to take care at personal level, and for personal online safety. And some of the aspects we will discuss. All right, Rupesh ji has mentioned during this last 6 months, COVID, when the COVID was started, from there onwards. So these are some statistics released by the Ministry of Home Affairs. January, you can see the number of crimes. February, you can see the crimes. March, and from March onwards, the March last week onwards, our lockdown and unlock and all such kind of started. You can just see, like, the number of crimes which are registered. These are all the registered crimes I'm talking about, and we don't know, like, what were the kind of how many number of cases are not registered or not entered into the books of the police people. And these are the there is a slight increment in terms of the cyber crimes which are happened during this COVID-19 period, during this lockdown period. And if you look into these, number of nature of cyber crimes are also more. Like, whatever the cyber crime you name it, it is meant only for the financial fraud. So there are more than 59% of online financial frauds which are happened during this period, like which are the reported during that period, and 24% is related to the social media attacks and various forms, and there are more than 17% is other types of cyber crimes. This profile hacking, or creating duplicate, or creating SIM cloning, or creating a duplicate SIMs, and all such kind of things. There are so many things which are happening. I will be giving some of the examples during this session. And like, what was impacted of the cyber crime, it is all because of these people are not going out, so they have created fake shopping websites. And once you enter the credit card, debit card, or once you are entered some details with regard to the payment, After that it will show like page not found, 404 error, 500 error, all such kind of things will come, right? Because it is a fraudulent and fake website, right? Unless and until you check whether basic things for that particular website before entering your details, there is always a danger involved in it. All right, there are some job frauds which are happened, and fake online food delivery advertisements on Facebook, which are registered, which we are not telling, which are registered and which was released by the government. And the new uses of digital payment apps targeted with old methods like KYC, okay, know your customer, SIM swap kind of thing, which are not new, but still, people are facing some of the issues with these kind of things, and phishing links, and fake government websites, and fake PM cares. Look, the PM cares, PM care at SBI PM cares at SBI was created, and within overnight more than 8,300 fake UPI IDs were got created. You just imagine if those, at least one of the UPI ID was also not blocked, we cannot imagine like what was the fraud which had happened kind of thing, right? So we have to be careful in today's scenario because of all these things. Okay, unless if you take these precautions, there is always a danger involved in it. Okay, so these are the some human negligence error that can cause the threat to any workplace or at an individual, wherever it is, wherever you are. If you are working somewhere, or if you are individually, or maintaining or using these electronic gadgets, there is always kind of things are involved, and using common passwords for all. I'm sure that like most of the people, like whatever the kind of your whatever their email ID, banking password, and whatnot. Like if you have more number of accounts, most of the time the password remains same. If it is not, you can just keep it as part of the chat box kind of thing, and leaving your devices unlocked. See, for example, if you are going out for some purpose, and if you are not locking your device, how you are locking your mobile device, similar way you have to lock your devices also. If you are not locking, there is some kind of issues are always there, and regularly you have to update your operating system, as well as whatever the operating system, as well as whatever the softwares are there, or whatever the mobile applications are there. Whenever they are giving any patches, or whenever they are giving any updates kind of thing, you have to update those things like that. Like don't click on these unwanted or suspicious links. Downloading files without scanning. You can download, but scan it, and after that you open it. Okay, that is what the suggestion. That is the point. Using public Wi-Fi and open Wi-Fi is always some always kind of thing. So these are some of the things which we normally do, and if we can precautionary measures if you have been taken, then there is always good things. That is always good, right? So today we are going to discuss some of these social engineering methods, like dumpster driving, shoulder surfing, biting, wishing, fishing, whaling kind of thing. Right. Here I am going to discuss only some 2 to 3 aspects. Remaining thing, like these are the social engineering attacks. Somewhere or other, it is all targeted towards to get your credentials. All right. So there are different social engineering attacks, but the aim of any of these social engineering attacks is remains same, to get your information. There are some technological attacks, and there are non-technical attacks. So these are some of the aspects which are involved. But more or less, the objective of this attack is remains same. So that is what we wanted to say. So in this social engineering, what they will do, they will try to create an unwanted emergency situation. Fraudsters able to trick the people by playing their emotions and getting people to act before they think. These fraudsters won't allow you to think, or these people won't allow you to whether to share or not. They will create an unwanted unwanted emergency, and they will ensure that you make a mistake. Okay, so that is the aim of these cyber fraudsters, and especially in this social engineering attack, social engineering is the weakest link in the information security. Social engineering is the weakest link in the information security. Somewhere or other, like what are the kind of precautions we take, and what are the measures, and if we are we have to be more conscious when we are doing something. Otherwise, there is always some kind of dangers which are involved in it. Okay, desire to please, they will always these fraudsters, will pretend like they're your boss or any authority. They will say any authority to figure out telling you that you have to do it immediately. Or they say like you for example you are using a wallet. They will call you and they will call you and tell you that unless and until you submit your KYC, like you 1 2 3 things, it is very difficult. You may so there are some people who says like no, I can't do anything, can you do it on my behalf, and immediately they will send you one link, and they will try to install that, and the entire that entire control, it will goes out of your hand. Then they will operate like what is that they wanted. Like they will enter on your behalf, like what are the OTP, this and also physically the device is with you, but logically the device goes out of your hand. Alright, so that is the kind of thing which happens in the social engineering most of the times, and they always create a trust, like I'm your friend, I'm your well-wisher, I'm your good, I'm your relative. Unless and until if you don't do this, like there is always a danger kind of thing. And they also sometimes if you're not doing, they will start threatening. They also will start threatening. So that is only the reason. Like if it is a genuine call, and in this entire world, no one will ask you to do it online unless if you require. Alright, no one will call you and tell you that like you do it immediately. They may send a mail, but you can respond in your free time. You can go through that mail and you can check it, all those things. After that, you can respond. Alright, it is not that like when the person is called, immediately you will tell. They will tell you that like they may call and tell you that your credit card was expired, your debit card is going to expire tonight, and you tell me like we will extend that validity for some more time, or we will send you the new debit card, credit card kind of thing. So these are the kind of things which are happening in this social engineering attacks. Okay. So these are some of the things which are there. We'll just discuss like phishing. Like what I mean by phishing. They will always try to get your username, password, debit card, credit card details, or any account details. So normally if you perform any phishing, if you go to the pond or lake kind of thing, there if you want to try to get some fishes, how we will do that hunting. Till we get a fish, like we won't leave. In the similar way, in the phishing attacks also, till these fraudsters get your details, they won't leave you. Right? Either your username, password, credit card details, or your important information, what not. Also, all these things are very essential for them. And this is another kind of attack, spear phishing. In the spear phishing, they'll try to target top rank people or higher ups of the organization. And phishing in the sense like you will be getting some nominal money, but in the spear phishing kind of thing, they will try to attack the entire organization or top level management kind of thing, and individually they target the phishing mass it can be possible, but in the spear phishing it starts at individual level, and they will try to target the top management or top rank people in this thing. All right, you can just see this example. You can just see like this mail is originated. It looks like the mail is originated from the income tax department, and everything is same, and it is came from you, and they are telling like you are already submitted your taxes, so now we will refund you. I'll show you some more examples also. So here that person is asking you to submit the request. Click here. All right. So before clicking here, you just take your cursor and hover it. You just take the cursor over there and you try to hover it. Then you will come to know, so what is this link and where it is going. So this is a simple example, and we need not to do anything. You just take the cursor and just hover it. Then you will come to know like where it is taking. And this mail looks like it is originated from the income tax department. But if you click this link, you can just see somewhere it is going. Okay, this is a phishing attack. So this is how people will try to send emails, messages in the form of like SMSs or instant messaging, whatnot. There are so many things which are happening. So in any way that can kind of thing happen. So before clicking on that link, you just hover it so that you can see like where it is, where the link is going on in the status bar, right? So these are the simple things. We all can do it. No, it won't take it won't take more than 4 to 5 seconds. Okay, just that's it. Right. So there is this is another kind of email which people are received. And here you can just see if it is any phishing mail kind of thing. Normally it will come like with your name or user or something like that. But here they are using in a different manner. So here they are telling like different, dear taxpayer. Why is the income tax department don't know your name? Because your PAN card details are there and all your employment details are also there. They know that. They know your they know your name, and normally they will mention it with your name or dear user kind of thing. So like you can just identify these are the some of the things, whether it is a phishing or not. Then we can understand, and we should not provide any such any of your information in these areas if it is happening like this. And if you click on that link, so it is almost looks like a cloning a website of the income tax department, and they were asking to click here and submit your bank details kind of thing. The moment you click here, they were asking like you are going out of this link, and this is another phishing website where they have created. Just they will clone it and they will host it somewhere, and they will ensure that the people should make an attempt, and they should fall prey into their into their frauds. They will ensure that at least people should click. Some people, see, for example, if they send bulk emails, some 2 lakh 3 lakh database kind of thing, at least some people will click it. So that is sufficient for them, right? It is not that like if they send some 2 lakh people, everyone has to click it. No, not required. Out of these people, 10% or 1%, 2% people also clicks on it. That's it. For their business is over for that particular day. Okay. So here they are asking all your details, like what is your card holder name, date of birth, and all such kind of things are asking, and the interface is remains same. It is almost exactly looks like income tax department. Okay. And this is another another thing which we can just see it. So this is an SBI online website. All right, you can just see it is almost looks like an online SBI website. But if you see the URL, it is also HTTPS is there, lock symbol is there, certificate is there, everything is there. It is almost looks like an SBI website. But if you look into this URL, it is not the SBI URL. Once you click on this, continue to log in, then you can just see like what are the kind of details they are asking. Is SBI will ask all these details? If it is a legitimate website, will the SBI will ask all these details? No, never. They never ask all these kind of details. Okay, so you can easily understand if they are asking anything other than your username and password and captcha code, then there is always a danger involved it, and you should not provide the details at any cost of time. Right? So this is a simple example. It is almost looks like an SBI website, but it is not the SBI website, and you can just see like they are asking username, password, profile password, email ID, email password, mobile number. Why someone will ask all these details? All right. So this is a clear phishing emails. Okay. Email password is never asked by the bankers for any other websites. All right. So if there are any website, like how do we recognize if it is once you click somewhere, and if it is going IP address kind of thing, it is always a fake website, and it is a fraudulent website. And any original or legitimate website, it looks like income tax gov.in, and complete URL you can find it. And if it is within the intranet kind of thing, within the local network or within the WAN, and if the IP address is there and you are asked to enter the details, yes, you can do it. But in a public domain or in a internet, if it is diverting this particular link to that IP, there is always a danger in it. Okay. I hope you are all able to read this. Okay, I'll just give you 2 to 3 seconds. You can just read this. I'm sure that like you are all very knowledgeable students. You all can read it. But the thing is, the observation, you should make an observation. It is clearly, except the first and the last letter, all are jumbled, but still you are able to read it. But still you are able to read it. How? All right. You may be saying like frequently you are using these words, or frequently you are reading all such kind of words. That's only the reason. These things are already there in our mind, so we can read it easily and carefully. We can read it without any mistakes. Okay, but in the similar way, in the phishing also it happens. Phishing also it happens the same. we always feel that like I'm regularly visiting that website, no issues, I can go and give all the details. All right. So these are the some statistics with regard to the phishing. Phishing attackers remain an effective method of stealing your credentials and identifies distributing malware and fraudulent payments and all such kind of things. And one research say that for every seconds there is a phishing website was got created, and 87% of the phishing attacks are happening outside the email. So 87% of the successful mobile phishings take place outside the email, right? So another thing is like if it is created, if the phishing email it is created or phishing website is created, it will be there only for hours or maximum of a day. And nowadays people are having the technology. Once you complain, immediately they are acting on it. So the phishing, these things will happen only in the middle of the night, late in the night, late in the evening, and they will keep this website for few hours, at least 2 or 3, 4, 5 hours. Or by the time you identify, they will remove that website from the internet domain. And we know, the website is hosted in somewhere in America, but the fraudster will be in either in Hyderabad or Mumbai or in somewhere in Delhi. The fraudsters are managed locally, but the website they will host it outside the country. Then there are some issues with regard to catch those people, finding and bringing them under the justice for the legal enforcement agencies. So that is only the reason. So we always say that prevention is better than cure, and especially these phishing things won't be available and won't be visible beyond hours. Okay, so please be careful. And this is one sale which has happened in Amazon. It is almost looks like Amazon, but if you look into the URL, then you can see like it is a forged URL, and it is a it is not a legitimate, and it is a duplicate URL which is created. And they were telling like you will be getting an iPhone at 4,000 rupees, which is costing around 1 lakh. You can just imagine, as I told you, nothing is come at free of cost in this in this world. Like why someone will give you at free at that very nominal cost? It is dead cheap. There is no cost involved in it actually. If the iPhone 11 is coming at 4,000 rupees, do you think like it is a cost? No, absolutely. There is no cost in it. It is completely free. Right, so that is how things are happening, and people are falling frauds. People are falling for all these kind of things, and they're submitting. Once you submit the, once you see these details, and if you click on the buy, and immediately they will ask you to enter your payment details. Later they will they say like you can enter all your your shipping address kind of thing. But in the meantime, like if you have provided all these things, that is a gone case, right? So if you provide your mobile number, you just imagine like what are the bank accounts or any important things which are attached to the particular mobile number. They will be able to, they will be able to trace all these things. Okay, so we have to be doubly careful. And if something is coming at very nominal cost, free of cost kind of thing, there is always something danger. And you please check this kind of URL, whether it is a right URL, wrong URL, where it is going or leading kind of thing. Okay. So we just clicked on that link. We have not clicked it. We have just copied and pasted. So by the time, like after 3-4 hours, and they will they'll keep it only for 3 to 4 hours. So I just copied and pasted in this URL. Pasted this URL in my desktop. Luckily, I am having an antivirus. It says like it is a fraudulent website where you cannot do anything. So that is what which is going to happen. So that is only the reason you need to have legitimate or original operating system and original antivirus softwares, so that you can safeguard the things. Okay, so please ensure that when you are clicking any link, whether the HTTPS is there or not, and lock symbol is there or not. And sometimes you have to check for this SSL certificate also. I'll just show you in the next screen. Okay, so this HTTPS is there, lock symbol is there. If you click this lock symbol, then you will be getting a digital certificate, and the digital certificate validity will be there. Okay, and which is the company. Once in a while you should check these kind of things when you are using regularly for your email or any of your financial transactions. Ensure that these things should be checked once in a while, so that you can perform your transactions hassle free. Okay, so please see that HTTPS should be there, lock symbol is there, and digital certificate its validity. Okay, if these things are there, at least there is some kind of protection for these kind of websites. Okay, so what are the tips or what are the advisory from our side which you can follow? You can never click any link in emails, SMSs, WhatsApp messages. So this is what we are keep on telling. So please don't click any emails, SMSs, WhatsApp messages unless until if it is a came from a known person and if it is a genuine website kind of thing. All right, so otherwise don't entertain or don't click any of such kind of things, and never access any important website from search engines. All right, for example, you can just go to search engine, type Bank of India or Syndicate Bank, what not, anything you just type, and you will be seeing a n number of websites which are coming, and you don't know like whether which one is correct. So please you search it and see like whether it is a genuine website or not, and you copy paste that URL in the browser and see like what are the details which they are asking, and after that you can start providing the details. Okay, always click on the link before always check the link before clicking. Always check the link before clicking. As I told you, hover your cursor to the URL and look carefully for either a misspelling or any other irregularities, like as I shown you in my earlier screen. Enter your username and password only over a secure connection. Look for HTTPS, okay, as I told you, and the URL, that lock symbol, and all such kind of things. Okay, be cautious about opening any attachments or downloading any files you receive, regardless of the who sent to you. All right, it is almost looks like you might have been received a message email from a Rupesh ji, or you might have been received an email from the Jagadish Babu. Okay, okay, I know this person. Unless and until if you see the complete email, if you click on that, then you will become to know like whether Jagadish has sent or Rupesh ji has sent. Okay, by seeing that name, you should not believe that like it is came only from Jagadish or from Rupesh. Right, so that is how you that is what you have to understand before you click kind of thing. And be cautious about opening any attachments, downloading files, and look for the sender email ID. Like as I told you, like if it is, it may looks like Jagdish at CDAC.in. No, but you have to verify the complete email. You have to verify the complete email. Then only you will come to know like whether it is came from Jagdish at CDAC.in or Jagdish at Google.com or somewhere. Right? Unless and until you see it very clearly. Use good antivirus software and anti-spyware and firewall software to safeguard your devices, and use updated browsers while you are browsing. And if you receive any suspicious email, call the original company to confirm whether did you send any communication or not. Okay, and if you suspect, you have to call and find out. After that you can share your details. Don't you do use a separate email ID for your official purposes, personal usages kind of thing. All right, so please use different email IDs for various purposes. For all your personal communications you can use one, and use other email email ID for installing, or whenever whoever is asking, you can share those details so that these mails won't come or won't flood into your actual email ID. Okay, so these are the some tips where we can follow. Now you have had all these things. You can just tell me whether it is a real website or a fake website or a phishing website. Okay, I think you can just tell me. You can just type it if the person is given at live streaming. Okay, so you can clearly understand that it is almost looks like it is says that we are upgrading our servers. So please be download or upload kind of details which they are asking. You can just see it is HTTPS is there and docs Google, but the mail says like it is a Yahoo mail. Okay, if the mail is originated from Yahoo, but it is going to Google Docs. Then that is one sentence which you can identify. And here there what are the content it was written, and you have a lot of poor grammar where you can understand simply, and scary tactics. Okay, poor grammar as well as scary tactics. Like what is the scary tactics? they are creating an unwanted emergency situation. We are shutting down some of the Yahoo accounts. Alright, will Yahoo will shut down like that? No, okay, they won't do. They won't do it. If they shut down, also they will be sending proper messages. Okay, we are sending. We are shutting down some of the Yahoo accounts, and your account was there. Was among these to be deleted. Why? They won't do it. No, we are sending this. We are sending this email to you so that you can verify and let us know if you still want to use this account, and if you are still interested, please confirm your account, click below, verify your email. Okay, so this is what, like, they wanted your email ID, that is what they have created this thing. All right, so these are the some things which you can see it clearly, and if you can spend few seconds, and you can understand like what is the thing which is happening. And this is another phishing website created for Twitter, and it is it is also a phishing website, and you can just see it should be the twitter.com or something like that, but this URL is having very big URL you are having. Okay, use previous iteration of the Twitter login in screen to design of the current page is different. You can just see like how the URL of the Twitter will be there, and this URL, right? If you click something, and if it is a forged website or if it is a fake website kind of thing, there are always chances. Okay, so these are the some things which you can take care with regard to the phishing, and like these are the some of the things: wishing and smishing. Wishing is nothing but people are people are doing the frauds by calling. Earlier, those people are used to call us, but nowadays we ourselves are calling these people in the phishing attacks. Normally, those people will call you, says that like your credit card is going to expiry, debit card is going to expiry. You provide me these details. But nowadays, we ourselves are calling. How we are calling? What is that we are doing? See, for example, in the Google, you just type something. There are so many frauds which are happened recently. They have during the demonetization time, so they have just went and searching for the RBI toll free number, and they typed the RBI toll free number. On the right side, you also can just type and see. On the right side, there are some numbers. It is not always that like whatever the number is there, it is always right. So the number is there. So those people are started calling that number, and we know like I wanted to exchange my notes, exchange my old currency to the new currency. So I was my requirement is only to change the old currency to new currency. But those guys are asking like from where are you calling? They will start asking all these things. We will tell you the address kind of thing. Where are you calling? And your office is there. So we also can help you by online kind of thing. Okay, and they will start asking the details, and these people have also started providing the details. Okay, they are not called in this case. We ourselves are calling. In the EPF also it has happened in recent times. It has happened with regard in the EPF website also. There is a one fake toll free number they kept it, and they have called the toll free number, and though that person started asking the details, this person providing the details because he wanted the money to be back. So with that record they have he's provided all the details, and those people have captured the details and withdrawn the complete money. Very big amount, very big amount. You can just type EPFO frauds in Google, and you can understand more kind of thing. So in this wishing, they may say like it is a bank officer or referring you for shopping, or they may tell you like you are using this operating system, it is going to expiry, it won't work beyond this period. So we will tell you you can do these 1, 2, 3 things and all kind of thing. So that time they will give you they may send you some VPN software kind of thing if you are installing, and the control goes out of your hand, and they will start doing. So these are some kind of phishing attacks that are happening, and we will see like smishing. It is a combination of wishing and phishing. Smishing is nothing but it is a combination of wishing as well as phishing. All right, you might be receiving these kind of messages regularly. All right, recently I have received this. Recently I have received this from Rolex. He says like the Rolex watches are offered at 80%. Then they tell you like this watch is only at this price. All right, and they have given a Bitly links. There is no danger in Bitly link, but the thing is like if it is a phishing, there is always a danger involved in it. Okay, I just clicked it. There is a website called URL Wire. I just taken that URL and I just copy pasted. Then it says like there are some people who have blacklisted that URL, and I just further went further. Then see that like when we enter there, when I just selected the watch and I kept it in the cart, and from there like I'm just going to the payment. So that time I've captured the URL which where it is going. So this is the kind of URL which is showing, and in this URL they're capturing all your user details. Okay, your bank, your net banking, credit card, debit card, whatever. So all these details they are capturing, and they will start misusing these things. Alright, so before purchasing any such kind of things, you saw like what was the kind of reviews which are happening in Google. Then you will come to know there are some people like who are fall prey for those people. Those people, it is not that like they're doing it for they're doing it for nothing. At least they're also trying to create this awareness so that people, whoever goes whoever reads this kind of thing, they won't fall prey into that kind of cyber frauds. Okay, so you just before purchasing, or if you feel that like why someone will give you 1 lakh rupee watch at the rate of 7,000 rupees, 8,000 rupees, then definitely you have to suspect, and you should see the review, and after that you can proceed further still if you believe like it is a true kind of thing. Okay, is there any difference in this URL? apple.com. Okay, of course, like I cannot show the demo now. We will just leave on. There are some kind of attacks called homographic attacks. In these attacks, for example, the value of A, the ASCII value of A we all know, and the ASCII value of Russian language we don't know. All right. So this is the actual apple.com, and this is apple.com is there. But nowadays, if your browser is updated, and if you are if the browser is updated browser, these kind of attacks you can safeguard it. But there is always danger in terms of this homographic attacks, homographic domain attacks. It looks like same, but the above one is original and the bottom one is it is a fake fraudulent website where they're trying to collect some details. Okay, so there were some more examples with regard to this phishing. And during the COVID-19 outbreak, so we are giving our mobile phones at very low cost. And another messages which we have received is, so you will be getting all the precautionaries and all the updates with regard to the COVID-19. You can download these kind of applications. Once you download these applications, we don't know what kind of malware, trojan, virus, what kind of things will come, and how it will infect, and what are the kind of details which they are carrying from our mobile, from our electronic gadgets or devices. Okay, so this is the thing. You can just see simply hello Dio, you are okay. You can just see like what kind of woe is there, and selected under the business loan yojana for this. And they were telling like this is a free laptop, okay, and you have to purchase for this cost, and they are giving it free of cost. If they are giving free of cost, they can send it to you because they already know your mobile number. And I think these are the kind of recent, like from last 10 days, these kind of messages we are receiving. Received a payment of this thing by Paytm transaction. Download now and register to review your amount, whether the amount you received or not. Some kind of thing they are trying to push it off so that people will click and try to. These fraudsters are trying to grab the details from you. Okay, so what is the advisory, or what is the tips we can follow to avoid this phishing and smishing? Never reveal any of your information over the phone calls. Call original company if you suspect, or like bank or shopping site before do that. Whether you offering or whether you giving these kind of things. Okay, avoid picking calls from unknown numbers, especially if the number is unknown. Don't go for don't attend such kind of calls, and never respond to the SMSs received from unknown people, and avoid clicking on the links received in the SMSs or instant messaging. So these are the tips which we can take care, so that at least you can safeguard some extent. Okay. we were running these things. Okay, as a whole, social engineering. Once again, we are repeating these tips. Don't click on the direct links in emails, especially the ones asking for sensitive, like your personal information kind of thing. Okay, don't entertain any phone call request asking for personal or financial data. In case of if you get a doubt, as I told you, like you should call the company, and avoid sharing too much of information in social media accounts, like your number, where you are residing, where you are coming, where you are going, what are you doing, and all such kind of things. It is not necessary you to be shared with the people. Like at least your parents, your brother, sister, if your family members knows, that is more than sufficient, especially. Okay, always think before you share any social media platforms or any information with anyone. Don't panic if something is happening. Immediately you can don't remove any such kind of things also. Safeguard all that. Take the screenshots and keep it for further usage, if at all, if you are going for reporting kind of thing. Okay, and phone calls asking for your personal information, don't do that. And most of the fraudsters seek on the advantages by asking to urgently. So this entire phishing and social engineering attacks always happen around these creating an emergency situation and urgent basis kind of thing, and these things won't be available, after 3-4 hours of kind of thing. Like whatever the things has to happen, it will happen within the 3 to 4 hours. Okay, we will see this. This is a you can just see the date is 11th October 2020. So this is one SIM clone which has happened in Mumbai city, and that person lost. He is a businessman. He lost more than 2 crores. Okay, they started the SIM cloning. They have got the new SIM card on your mobile number. See, for example, I was using some XYZ mobile number, and some fraudsters used my identity details which are available openly. With those details, they have created fake documents, and they got a new SIM for the particular number, and they done more than 32 transactions between Saturday 1:30 a.m. to Sunday night 8 p.m. Okay, he is a businessman, and Saturday suddenly that phone was not in the coverage area, and he's seen that like it is not in the coverage area, and he is never anticipated that like something is happening behind. All right, so that person thought like, okay, there is always a problem, no? So I think this is MTNL mobile number. You also can read this in the Mumbai Mirror or somewhere, it is there article. Okay, so that person, he said like there is always, because rains are also there. So because of those things, like he felt like something wrong. He was anticipating that he will get those kind of details. So entire Saturday night he didn't get any calls, messages, nothing. He didn't get, and Sunday also he didn't get. Sunday night he wanted to transfer some money. Then he checked it. Then he found that these 2 crores of amount was transacted with 32 transactions. Okay, so that is how the SIM was cloned, and they have got the new SIM on behalf of that particular person, and they are already having his bank account details somewhere. They captured those details, and they done the 32 transactions, and they looted this money. Okay, this phishing, either the fraudster may be in and around you, or from the outside of your family, outside of your flat apartment, or they may be really from outside the country also. Okay, so please ensure that. So these are the SIM clone and eSIM, SIM swap, various names. All right, so frauds are happening. So please be careful. And if at all, if your mobile number is attached to this particular mobile number and SIM kind of thing, and if it is not there for a more number of hours, if the network is not there on your mobile, you should suspect really. If it is not there for 3 to 4 hours, you should really suspect, and you have to talk to the customer care and ensure that nothing will happen. And don't switch off your phone for a longer period of time. And if the phone is not there in a prolonged period, for a good number of hours, prolonged period, then you should suspect. and check your bank account statement regularly if there are if the bank account is linked with this mobile number, and register for both email as well as SMS alert with your bank. Whenever you do any transaction, nowadays all the applications are giving the two-factor authentication. Please ensure that the two-factor authentication should be enabled. That two-factor authentication should be enabled to safeguard your information, whether it is a mobile, whether it is your bank account, whether it is your WhatsApp, Facebook, whatnot, Twitter account, for anything and everything. Please enable the two-factor authentication. That is our sincere request to all of you. Please ensure that how to enable the two-factor authentication. Enable the two-factor authentication. One is like your username. Second, they will be sending some kind of code which they will ask before you enter. At least you can safeguard your social networking profiles as well as your banking accounts, your email ID kind of thing. Everything you can safeguard by enabling the two-factor authentication. Okay. Don't share your 20-digit SIM number with anyone, and don't display your mobile number, especially with social media websites. Okay. So as I told, like, you have to talk to the customer care and don't share your numbers. And from any network service providers, this can track you for any fraudulent activities with your mobile number. You can just talk to them, and enable all communications with the media. Like as I told you, SMS as well as email alerts for banking transactions. At least if you do if you enable this two-factor authentication, if this business person also enables this two-factor authentication, definitely he should have been saved his money. Okay. Unfortunately, he is not saved and he is not able to safeguard his information. Rupesh ji, can we close, or do we want me to continue for some more time?
Your wish, sir. We are actually out of time, sir.
Okay, then we will close it here. We will take some questions. What are the questions are there?
Sure, sir. Sir, so we have many questions, but we'll take only few questions, sir, because of time
Please.
availability. Sir,
Right.
Is network marketing safe?
Is network marketing, truly, as people from the cyber domain, we always say no, don't go for it. And if it is a known person also, there are so many frauds which are happening in the network, this chain marketing kind of thing. Be careful. So recently, the person, like, he was appointed as a bank associate. They have some bank somewhere in the Bangalore, and they have, unfortunately, that person is also a software person who lost his job recently, and he was searching for a job. Then this person was fallen trap to the bank, and they have given a small appointment kind of thing. You do these at least some 10-15 transactions, and we will appoint you as a sales manager kind of thing for our bank in Telangana. And this lady has done more than some lakhs of business, and they have deposited all the money into that account, and later they realized that this is a fraud, and this lady approached the cybercrime police station, and all things will happen. But unfortunately, they fall prey into this kind of thing. So please be ensured that if it is a genuine, also think twice. And if anyone is asking money deposit or before doing any transaction kind of thing, you have to suspect. And if nothing is there, you can answer. Your parents will take care of you. But don't fall such kind of things. Okay?
Yes.
Don't believe such kind of things.
Yes, sir. So one more separate question which we are getting, sir. Which antivirus is best to use, sir, according to you? Do you suggest any antivirus?
But normally I won't suggest any antivirus. But nowadays all operating systems, like Windows operating system, is coming with Windows Defender and all such kind of things. Better you can have antivirus software. You also can check. There is a website called Total Virus. Okay, in that website you can just go, and whoever is providing immediate patches or immediate updates on regular basis, such kind of antivirus, you can see that. You can see the review, and you can just go to the website, and you can click any. You can just enter any virus or any Trojan or spyware kind of thing, and whoever is providing immediate updates, such kind of antivirus software you can always purchase.
And also, I want to add one point on that, sir. If you're purchasing, also take a paid license version. Again, don't go and search.
No,
Suppose anything you're searching, again, don't add that free word in front of that and search it. So that again, you'll be falling into paid.
exactly.
Sir, yes, sir. When you are sharing regarding email, sir, this question has come. How to verify the email from where it has come? As you were saying, there can be fake email senders and all. So, how any tip you want to share for that? How to verify the email?
You all can visit our cyberforensics.in. Okay, there is a website by the CDAC Thiruvananthapuram. That website is called cyberforensics.in. It is a free website, like where you can just see the header of the email. Alright, you can open the email, and on the right side you will be seeing some three dots. You will be seeing some three dots. In that three dots, if you click the three dots, there is something called original message. If you click on that original message, you will be getting very big header. You take out this, copy this entire header, paste it into the cyber forensics email tracer, and then you will be knowing like from where it is originated and from where it has come, and all such kind of things you can check it by using the email tracer. Maybe if time permits, in the next session, we will discuss on the email tracer.
Sure, definitely, sir. Thank you so much for that, sir. Sir, one last
Yeah.
question and we'll close it, sir. Because you were
Yeah.
mentioning about the Apple attack, I think this question has come. How to identify Unicode domain or homographic attacks? I think
Okay. Is my browser? Are you able to see?
I have
If
closed it. Yeah, if you switch
Okay,
data,
are
I'll
you
add.
able to see the screen? Are you able to see the screen, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. See, for example, I just, are you able to see my screen, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. See, I'm just typing here www.apple.com. Okay. So if in the it is highlighted something, http apple.com. All right. Here also you are not finding any difficulty, apple.com. So you can just click and you can enter it. But whereas I'll just show you my example only. You just give me a minute.
Yes, sure, sir. Yes, sir. It went.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I'm just copy pasting. See, when I'm typing the original Apple, it shows the apple.com. Then you can believe like it is any website, any website, whatever you are typing, if the same thing is appearing, then it is a legitimate website. You can always trust it. But whereas I'm copy pasting this thing, is the same thing is appearing here?
No.
www.xn hyphen and something is coming. All right. So this is how you can check it. This is how you can check it. This is the homographic attacks. Okay, that is only the reason we were telling you. Either copy and paste it URL, and that time you can check it. That is why we were telling you not to click any link directly. You have
Okay.
to
Yes,
copy it and paste it, then you will understand. Okay, that's it.
sir.
Thank you.
Sir, if we get that in email, so will the hover thing work here, sir?
Sorry.
For Unicode, will it work on hover also, sir? Email, you shared one hover thing, right? Will it work there also?
No, that also just you hover it so that you will be come to know like whether it is going to the same website or not. You can find that. It is very clear.
Sure. Sir,
Okay.
I think that is okay. This last question I'll take, sir, and then we'll wind it up, sir. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
many
please,
people
please.
are asking, how do you know about all these frauds, sir? Whatever you have shared, how do you know about
No, sir. I also don't know. Like we are also running a toll-free number. You might have been seeing. So
Yes.
there are so many people who calls on our toll-free number, and they always express their issues, and that is how we also came to know. So that is only the reason. Like all these organizations, either Cyber Jagrithi or InfoSec or government, everyone is trying to do this awareness, to create this awareness among the masses. Unless and until you know these one, two, three things, I also request you are all responsible citizens. Please, like what are the things you have learned, please discuss with your friends, and those who are not able to attend, at least discuss with your family members. Okay, so that at least some people can be safeguarded from all these frauds. All right. Yeah.
Definitely, sir. Thank you so much for that amazing presentation, sir. It was very much helpful for us, and I hope whoever are watching us, 500 out of 1,000, 500 to 1,000 participants who are watching us are now, feeling somewhat safe and all those things. And for that question, who was asking, how do you know about these frauds? If you want to know more about these frauds, sir has shared the, URL of their organization. It is ISEA, or you can just Google ISEA or infosecawareness.in. I think that is the URL of that. You can just go there and visit. And there also they share every day ATP shared. A lot of efforts is taken. They create a poster and they put it every day over there. So as a morning breakfast or something, you can use that and just open that in one web. Give it a bookmark somewhere. Open that website once in one day and see what tip is that for that day, and share it instead of sharing Babaji photo and you have some good will happen. I recommend you to share those informative posters created by ISCA, so that definitely some good will happen to you. If you are sharing those posters, definitely I can say that something good will happen. Instead of you are saying sharing those pictures which you get on WhatsApp, that share with 10 friends will happen, or you'll get money. It might happen or not happen, but definitely if you are sharing this kind of useful information, I believe that something good will happen to you. With
Yeah,
this, sir.
instead of good morning and good night messages, please forward these tips like which are there in your the people who are there in your groups. At least some people will get benefit out of it. So
Yes,
thank you.
yes,
That's what like we have to do it. Yes, sir.
yes. Thank you so much, sir, for spending this amazing time on the behalf of Cyber Jagrithi team and the Cyber Vakeel board. I thanks a lot for you, sir, for spending this amazing time with us, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.